Hey everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, I'm Samara Curtiss, and if you're returning, I'm so glad you decided to come back. So this week I decided to do a get ready with me Valentine's Day edition, and I decided to plan some makeup to figure out what kind of look I want to give for next week. So if you want to figure out how I got this look, make sure you stay tuned and keep watching, because we're going to talk about different Valentine's Day date ideas and different gift ideas, and we're going to get fun and flirty as we figure out this makeup look. Okay, so as I play around on my makeup, trying to figure out what kind of makeup look I want to serve next week, I actually posted a few questions on my Instagram page the other day, basically asking Valentine's Day questions like, what was your best Valentine's Day date ideas or best Valentine gift ideas? So as I play around on my makeup, we're going to answer some of those questions. First question was, what is the best Valentine's date idea? Okay, so as we answer that, I'm going to start my makeup. I'm going to start with my brows. I like to use either Anastasia Dip Brow, or I just found another one I like, which is Makeup Revolution, I believe it is, and they're all like the same color. It's like a dark chocolatey brown. But to answer the first question about the best Valentine's date ideas, a few people had given really creative ideas that I actually might snag for future Valentines, but one of them was go camping or build a bonfire and take away all cellular devices or like access to social media, which I think is a really good idea because phones distract people. Like I can say myself, my phone is my main distraction. Like when I come in the house, I'm on my phone. When I used to go out with my friends, I would be on my phone. I would miss really great opportunities and experiences because I was on my phone. So that was a really good idea. Another person said doing a sip and paint, which I think is a really cute idea. Anything you could do together that you don't usually do is always a great idea, and you get to do new experiences together, and then you have memories to last forever. So I'm just gonna fill in my brows. I already had a little powder on my brows to start with because I did that off camera because my brows take forever, but that's neither here nor there. And another response someone gave was to go ice skating, and I will say ice skating with your partner is actually really fun, especially if they've never been before or they can't skate. It is a hilarious time. This day and age, everyone doesn't have the accessibility to just get up and travel. Some people have kids, some people have work commitments, so that's always a nice option if you have the time and the accessibility to do so. But if you can't jump on a plane and go somewhere, there's still a ton of other really nice activities you can do with your partner. Okay, so I haven't had my brows done in like months. I normally just pluck them a little bit myself because I've been trying to grow them back. If you can see, I've been trying to grow them back, but it's a struggle. My brows are a struggle. So I like to just fill them in a little bit. I'll use brow pencil some days, and then when I really want to do my makeup, I'll actually go in and use a pomade like this. I think that'll do. I'll do one more little touch up before I conceal. Okay, so another suggestion someone had for the best Valentine's Day date idea was do a themed dinner and movie night. Okay, I'm all for that because when it comes to food, your girl eats. So I love to eat, so that's always a plus. And just themed stuff is always fun because you can dress up, you can make the dinner that theme and go along with that time era. That I feel like I need to change my mirror because I feel like I'm crossing the view so you guys can't really see what I'm doing. Also for Valentine's Day, someone else said go to a burlesque show. I think burlesque shows are amazing. Any type of like strip tease show, not the strip club, but like burlesque or a Moulin Rouge type show where it's like half nudity, but it's still like great performances, great dancing. I'm all for. Okay, so I'm just blending out the little brow cleanup that I did. And we're gonna go do the same thing on the other eye. so I have my brows done. I concealed them underneath for right now. Don't worry, because from what I'm seeing in this mirror, they look kind of crazy, but there are plenty other steps to go. Okay, so we've concealed the brows underneath, and we've brought down the concealer onto our eyelids, because we're gonna do like a brown, smoky, natural eye, like not too smoky, because I want to keep the face like super clean, fun and flirty. So that's going to be our base for that. And I'm going to use my favorite Morphe palette. It's the 350 palette. It's like their neutral shades. Like, it's a lot of warm shades. If you can see, I dig into this palette. I actually dropped it, so this is kind of crumbled. But my favorite shades to use out of this palette are this dark brown and then this light brown next to it in combination. So that's what we're going to do today. So we are going to take one of our brushes, and I'm going to start with the warmer brown shade, so this one right here, and we're going to just pack that onto our eye. And I also like to use this shade right here. It's by the Oranges, but it's a little lighter brown. I'm just going to pack that onto both eyes. I know it probably looks crazy right now, but just wait on it. I'm going to actually dip into like this, it's not really red, it's like more of like a clay brick color, just to warm up this eye a little bit, because I got a little heavy-handed, I'm not gonna lie. Then I'm going to take my MAC brush, it's a blending brush. I'm just going to blend that out so it's no crazy lines. I'm going to do the same thing with the other eye. Keeping it simple for Valentine's Day, super clean, a little smoky eye, but nothing too dark, nothing too crazy. And I'm just going to keep blending and blending and blending until it looks like it just fades away. Okay, so that's gonna be the eye look. And I have my hair like in a ponytail or in a bun. I like doing slick back looks when I do like a really nice makeup look to take, so it doesn't take away from my face. So I have my eyes looking how I like them. Next, we're gonna go in and actually do the face. So I'm gonna start with a little bit of primer from NYX or NYX, however you want to say it. It's a jelly hydrating primer. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. It's lightweight. It feels a little tacky and sticky at first, but once it dries a little bit, it feels like nothing's on your face. Okay, so once that's all in and it's tacky and sticky, we are going to go into foundation. So if I would have brought out every foundation that I have, it would be a problem, because I have summertime looks. I have summertime foundations, winter foundations, because my skin sucks up sun. So right now, my foundation that I like to use is Too Faced Born This Way, and I just had to get a new one because my other one ran out. So we have our foundation in Chai Born This Way. I'm just going to do a few pumps. I normally do 2 on my forehead, my cheek, and a smidge on my chin. We're going to take our brush. I used to use like a stippling brush, and then I switched over to a foundation brush. Either or, it just depends how I'm feeling that day. We're just going to work that in. And I always try and match my foundation to my neck, because my face has like a few different pigmentations. So I try and work off my neck, which you should do, to match it, and I drag it out. And trust me, when we conceal, like, it's not gonna look all crazy, because right now I feel like I look a little crazy. Okay, so back to the Valentine's Day date ideas. Another idea someone had was chocolate and wine tasting, which I think is a fun idea. I love wine, and who doesn't love chocolate? Like something sweet, who doesn't love that? So I'm gonna keep on bringing this out. I'm going to do my ear also, because my ear is a little light, and just so everything could be one nice complexion. So we have our foundation all done. We're going to go in with that Toffee Concealer again by LA Girl Pro Concealer. And I like my concealer and my highlight bright. So I go in with like a nice beginning color, and if it's not bright enough, then I'll go in with a lighter color of the LA Girl Pro Concealer and kind of brighten it up if it's not to my liking. So I'll do under my eyes, I'll dot my chin, the bridge of my nose, and right above my lip. I used to do my forehead, but I've learned to just use the product on my face to kind of bring it all up. So we're going to take, okay, so I either like a brush or a beauty blender, preference once again. I'm going to use a brush, and then I'll go behind it with a beauty blender to kind of like blur out the lines and fade it out. And this is the part that usually takes me a while because I blend for a long time to make sure there's like no crazy lines, everything looks seamless. And I can already tell right now, like, I'm gonna wanna go in and add a lighter color highlight to just make my eyes pop a smidge more. And then we're gonna take it and go on the bridge of our nose and take that. And I think my nose is already kind of like cute and little, but I like my nose to be snatched. So we're gonna go in with a contour stick and a little bit and just snatch up our nose. Let's go on with Almond, because that is shade 979, which is a few shades down. And we're not gonna put as much as we did the first time. You see it's already like dripping. So I'm just gonna do 2 little dots and bring it on my nose again. Okay, maybe more than 2. It's not too much. We're gonna blend it out. Okay, so we did the best Valentine's date ideas. We said camping with a bonfire with no cellular devices, chocolate or wine tasting, sip and paint, ice skating, themed dinner or movie night, a burlesque show, and the last 2 were museum date or karaoke. Karaoke is a winner to me. So when it comes to the gift ideas, okay, I have my little book right here that I've written everything down on. So for Valentine's Day gift ideas, someone said they received a What I Love About You journal, which I think is super cute. Someone else said they received a coupon book that basically had like different things that their partner would do for them. I'm just gonna go and like chisel out my cheek a little bit. I put no more product on my brush. I'm literally taking it from my under eye and I'm using that to kind of start where I'm going to put my contour. We're going to go in and contour. So transparency, I went and got a new contour stick because this one that I got from the beauty supply store that lasted me so long and it was a great color. It's like run down, like I can't screw it up anymore. Like I could use it if I want, but I have a new one. But I got it in the wrong shade. I got the Makeup Revolution contour stick in shade F18. I should have got F16, but they were out. So I'm very impatient and I went ahead and got it anyway. So instead of directly put it on my face and where I want to contour, I'm going to use my contour brush. It's a flat brush. And all of these brushes either came from e.l.f., a lot of them are Morphe, and a few of them are MAC brushes, like a very few. Like my angle brush and my angle brush for my brows is MAC, and my little blending brush is from MAC as well. It's a 217 brush. I've had this brush for a while, and I'll tell you one thing, MAC, y'all brushes can hold up and stand the test of time. So I'm just going in and just lightly taking some of the product on this brush. And I like to contour my cheeks, of course. I like to snatch my nose. And I also do around my forehead and my chin and my jawline. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna start off by just lightly tapping that product in. I'm not even working it in just yet. I'm just kind of making the lines of where I want it to go. Okay, so I'm gonna switch brushes to a bit of a finer brush. It's just a little tapered brush, and I'm gonna do the same thing, take the product, but I'm gonna use this for my nose area. And I kind of like to start where like the brow bone is, so my nose looks super, super chiseled. And it's literally not a lot of product at all. Okay, so that was the contour stick from Makeup Revolution. Another idea that someone had for a Valentine's Day gift idea was he learned how to cook my favorite meal. I think that is super sweet, especially if your man or your partner isn't really like the lead cook in the household, or when you guys visit each other. If someone took time out of their day to learn how to do something, like, you have to like give them props. I'm just gonna go in with the same brush and start bringing this out and blending it in. Another idea someone had was, another gift someone received was a bath bomb set. I am all for baths. After a long day, after a long week, like, a bath is truly amazing. So I think a bath bomb set, or just like a little spa set, is always a nice idea, especially if a person is like a hard worker and they just talk about like wanting to relax a lot. Like, an at-home spa, you cannot go wrong. So we have done the eyes, the brows, the foundation, the concealer, the contour. I feel like I want to maybe lighten it a smidge, like a smidge, and I say that with very lightness, like a smidge. So I'm going to go with my Instant Age Rewind by Maybelline, and it's a little twister. I'm gonna put literally 2 dots, like 2 dots, that's it. I'm gonna go with my brush again, and I'm gonna really, really, really blend this one out. And I can already see the difference. I can already see there's a brightness that I was not achieving because my LA Girl Pro Concealers just weren't light enough, and that's nobody's fault but mine. I'm gonna go in with my Makeup Revolution powder. It's wiped off. It's their banana powder in color Banana Deep. I used to have the regular banana, but it was like super light, super flashback. I hated it. And I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender, and we are going to dab some of that off because it's a lot. And we're gonna apply that. So after we put our powder where we want it to go, I'm going to go ahead and take one of my bigger brushes that I have like some brown skin tone powder on and brush away that powder. Then I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Fit Me powder, and I'm going to take that big brush again and just set my whole face with it. And back to the questions. The last question I asked was, what was your personal best Valentine's date? So we did best date ideas, we did best gift ideas. Now these are people who actually responded and said what their best Valentine date was. So someone said they went to the Four Seasons Spa. I love the Four Seasons Spa. They have the best massages, and the spa in general, like the whirlpool and the steam shower is bomb. So if you could swing it, do it. Oh, by the way, okay, so I'm gonna put on lashes next. And you can see I already used some of them, but I got this, how many lashes was it? 12 pairs of lashes from my favorite place, Home Goods, was $24.99. First of all, I love Ardell lashes. I grew up in beauty school using Ardell lashes when I went and got my aesthetics license, so I'm a fan of wispy lashes, and that was the whole wispy set. I'm going to go ahead and take my strip adhesive, glue, and sometimes, I'm not gonna front, I use hair glue sometimes because I'm just ratchet like that, even though you should not, because there's certain things in those glues that just are not the best to be putting in your eyes. But I mean, that's what I grew up using, was hair glue. So I feel real bougie right now using actual lash glue. So another gift that someone said they received was a hotel stay, which is always fun. Like, whenever you can get out of the house and like get sexy and cute, and like, even, I don't want to say this, but even like role play is a good idea. So listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. With your partner, arrange to go on like a date, but the objective is to act as though you've never met. So it's like, he could be at a bar or you could be at a bar, and basically you approach them, basically buy them a drink, act like you don't know them. What's your name? What's your favorite color? What brought you here? And then just make it into like a little one night stand, even though you guys are together. It's still fun to like spice things up and role play sometimes. I promise you that will be fun, but you both have to be into it, I promise, because if you're both not into it, it's going to be like, why are we even doing this? Okay, so I'm going to apply this lash. Lash is secure. Okay, so then I'm going to take my mascara just to give my real lash like another little bit of security. And I was gonna add like bottom falsies for like a super dramatic effect, but I feel like it might be like too much. Next, what we're going to do is go in with some blush, and I have my little Huda Beauty Warm Brown Obsessions. It's really an eyeshadow palette, like a mini eyeshadow palette, but I use this little blushy type pink color, and I'll mix it with a dab of the red in the top corner. Next, we're gonna go in with our Morphe highlight. Ooh, and this is the color Mirage. And I'm gonna take my highlighting brush. It's a fluffy brush. I'm just gonna put a little bit. I don't want too much, because remember, it's date night, it's fun and flirty. I don't want him blinded by my highlight. To top it off, well, first we're going to use our Morphe setting spray. It's like a mist, and it's really lovely because it doesn't come out like water droplets. It's more of like a mist. So, ow, it took my elbow. Okay. What would Valentine's Day be without a red lip? So, I used to use my beloved MAC Ruby Woo, but recently it's been drying my lips out so much. But first, I'm actually going to line my lips. So I'm gonna go in with my MAC Chestnut, which is always a really good go-to color. Now we're gonna go in with this red that I've never worn before, but I feel like it'll be okay. If not, we're just gonna fail together. Because usually, honestly, I either like to use NYX Butter Gloss in Madeline or Fortune Cookie, but Valentine's Day is red, seductive, sexy, so we're gonna do a red lip instead of doing like a pinky nude lip, which I normally go to and do with my chestnut liner when I do regular makeup. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my look. And I'm gonna just throw in some earrings to be extra, because what's Valentine's Day without a little extraness? I think I got these earrings from I know I got these earrings from Amazon because I had them for my vacation last year. So now all we have to do, ladies and gentlemen, is find an amazing red dress, which I have plenty of, and go on a date. So this is the final look. I did a nice little brown smoky eye. I hit it with a little highlight, a little red lip that I actually am loving right now. And this is Valentine's Day, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys got some ideas for you last minute planners. And I just hope you guys' Valentine's Day is filled with an abundance of love and just cuddles and oozing yummy warm hugs. And until next video, I'll see you guys later.